This is Bob. Or is it Bobby? Rob? Bert? Robert? Or Robbie? In many ways, he's a mysterious person. Some people don't even know who he is. A man with many names. One can't help but wonder, who is he? Perhaps an even better question, what is he? I decided to take it upon myself to search for the answers to these questions. I began by asking people about him, and what I found surprised me.
He doesn't visit me often enough. I don't see enough of him.
Because I don't know him and I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's skinny. He has funny facial hair, which I think he needs to rethink. Sorry, Bobby.
He's nice. He's quiet. Always hides in his room. He needs to come out.
I met him once at a party and he seemed nice.
Who's Bobby?
But they're not. I don't know. I don't know Bobby.
Alright, so Bobby's really cool. He's my resident. He lives in Village Age.
He's nice, and he likes Buffy, so he's cool. I'm really tired.
He has a quiet laugh.
People didn't really seem to know any more than I did. My journey had begun.
So Bob, tell me about your life.
I hate it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why?
There's this guy. He follows me around at work, trying to help me, but he's really mostly unhelpful, and he's really loud. And I tried to get roadhead from him, but he refused. So, I just don't like him.
Thanks, Bob.
So can you just, tell me how you would describe Bobby?
You mean Robbie? Robbie is a man of mystery. International man of mystery. He goes by very many names. Robert, Bobby, Bob, Robbie, which is definitely his favorite, Bert, Roberto.
He's in Latin American countries.
Yeah, only in Mexico. He likes Greek things, and he's a classics major, which is interesting. And he hates everyone. Like everything about life in general. He just hates it.
Bob's childhood was a banal affair. His parents, two self-avowed wizards, abandoned him at an early age. To cope with the trauma, he took solace in fantasies and myths, and eventually found a home within the worlds of ancient Greece and ancient Rome. This led him to choose the study of classics in college. I decided to follow Bob at work for a day.
So, what are you off to do now?
Suck your dick. Drop your pants.
What are your hopes and dreams for the future?
Death. I know that kid. I don't like him though.
Bob's work is as mysterious as the man. I never received a straight answer as to what he actually does. He told me once that it's the most rewarding thing I have in this world. When I asked him why, he said to me, "Because Zeus abandoned me." I wondered to myself what it must be like to be in his shoes, to think of the world as he did, to see it as he did. As I watched the trees wave back and forth in the wind, my mind wandered. Who was this person, really? So why don't you tell me a memory you have of Bobby?
Of Bobby, can I tell you two?
Yeah.
Okay, well, one memory is when we made butterbeer together, and then he opened the oven to make pizza, and he just put the pizza on the oven rack, and then he started burning the pizza, and then he also ruined the butterbeer by cooking it because he can't cook it all. And then a second memory is the other night when he was in the common room and I was sitting on this couch watching him for a while, and he was just there, and I watched him, and I felt closer to him, and it was good.
So what happened, Bob?
Well, I hate you, Nathan. Put that thing away.
What happened, Bob?
Paper.
So why do you call him Bert?
That's his name. Not to mention the fact that he's spinning him into a character from Sesame Street.
So what's going on now?
We're trying to go over a speed bump, but it's pretty slow going. We have to be very careful. Okay. We're over. The worst is over now. But we might, we're gonna have to come back on this road. And we're gonna have to go on that speed bump again. It's gonna be hell.
And we did have to go over it again.
Here we have a speed bump. Just about to get over this hump. Just gotta get a little gas. Just a little gas. Painless. I'm just doing my part to reduce my carbon footprint. Not driving too fast.
If you could pick one animal that you think signifies Bob, what animal would it be?
A chinchilla.
Why?
Because he's fluffy and I want to pet him and I imagine him rolling in dust.
I found that more and more, the best insights I could glimmer were from those of his friends. Bert's multiple names, almost a reflection of different identities, left me on the outside.
Well, I don't know a lot about Bobby. I don't know. Do people call him Bob?
Or Bert.
Bobby. But when he was came back from running, I thought he was really skinny and scruffy, and that's about it. I don't know much about Bobby. That's all.
Would you prefer to call him Bert?
No, Bobby.
I'm so excited.
What about Robbie?
What did Bert come from?
Robert.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I could get down with that.
What about Robbie?
No.
What are you doing now, Bob? Well, we are backing up the car so that everything is all right. You just witnessed a perfect backing up maneuver. What's it like to live with Bobby?
Living with Bobby, it's a surreal experience. It's really just out of the ordinary.
Can you tell me why?
Why? Well, you hear noises coming out of the room, and sometimes it's weird, funny colored smoke. I don't really know how to describe it. And it smells like kind of like brimstone. And every once in a while I see these blood leaking from like under the door. I'm not sure what to think. I really don't know.
That interview left me chilled to the bone. How could I continue to probe into the inner sanctums of a man I realized I knew so little about? A man who had seemed so innocent. Could he really be what Jackson suggested? I decided to swear off my fears and trepidations and continue on my quest. So where are you off to now, Bob?
Klein.
What's Klein? Lunch?
Yeah, that's the normal spot for eating food.
What do you normally like to eat?
Pizza,
Anything else?
salad.
Pizza and salad.
They have red peppers today.
Bobby is a humanitarian. I saw him save these children from a burning building that was like crashed into by a school bus full of more children. He managed to save like 15 out of the like 200 that died that day. I mean, like, the 15 died later from like smoke inhalation related problems, but he saved them by pulling them out of the building by their hair. He's like a really good guy. And I'm proud that I can call him my neighbor across the window. It makes me feel good to know that if my building was ever burning, he could pull me out by like my thin strip of hair, and then I could just die later, you know, but not be burnt to a crisp and die. Because that's what it's about. Living just a little bit longer than everyone else.